Sam on 99 Nights in the Forest, and no, I'm not playing 99 Nights in the Forest. We're gonna have a real conversation, as you probably could tell by the um by the title of this video. That I'm not in the mood right now for some dumb stuff. Honestly, what I will say is the fact that honestly, I am convinced that I am convinced that this generation is just it's the worst. Okay. Now, I'm gonna say a disclaimer before I even get started with this video is the fact that this does not apply to every single person in Gen Z. But what I will say is this: the same exact people who claim to be so kind and so sweet and so loving are the same exact people that be bullying others behind the scenes. And I see it all the time, man. All the time. The so-called good people, can't even do something good, or don't even know the first thing about doing anything good. It's just constant lies and constant hate and it's literally, and when I mean by this generation, it's a vast majority of this generation. Vast majority of it. Not even exaggerating. It's the vast majority of it. Every single person in my school, dude. Every single person in my school, and I mean every single person in my school, talks to me when it's convenient. When they get something out of it. Like gum. I don't even bring gum to school anymore. Because of it. People only talk to me, try to butter me up, trying to sweet talk me so they can get stuff from me. I'm not dumb. Now there's people that were so-called my friends don't even talk to me anymore because I don't bring gum anymore. So you talk about you have real friends. Yeah. Do you consider real friends people who use you? Those aren't real friends. Real friends would love you regardless. As of right now, ain't nobody be doing that. People be fake. People are fake, man. Don't believe the lie. Don't believe the lie that the majority of friends you meet are fake. That's not true. According to multiple studies, that over 90% of the friends that you meet in a lifetime are fake. 90%. So with that being said, if you met 10 friends, that means 9 of them are fake. So out of 10 friends, 1 of them would be real, pretty much. And don't take my word for it. Do your own research, because the majority, it may not be 90% specifically, but from where I've heard it, it's at least 90%. Now, that number could have changed, or new research could have, change that. But you guys could do your own research on that. That the majority of friends that you meet are fake. The majority. You don't even meet real friends until you're at the high school. And that's something that teachers don't teach. Teachers don't teach you about friendship. Reason why they don't, and the reason why they don't teach about relationships is because they want to make you think that everyone's out for you, everyone's nice, everyone's kind. No, the world is not like that. People are mean. People will take from you. People will steal from you as long as you let them. And honestly, I'm not bitter. I am not bitter at all. But this is from my own experiences. This generation has been the worst part of that. Why do you think depression, loneliness, all of that is on the rise? Because people are realizing that this generation is the worst generation to ever walk this earth, dude. Now, what is helping is that when Charlie Kirk passed, people started going back to church. Gen Z surpassed thinking millennials in church attendance. That's that's honestly um it's honestly so true. Because considering considering the fact that the majority of this generation, don't take my word for this either, but the majority of this generation thinks and believes that their friends are not for them. You may go online and you may see these people, oh wow, they have big friends. But do you really believe that they're all there for each other, or do you believe that they're all for a profit? I happen to believe that they're for a profit. Because why else would people want to do why else do you think why do you why do you think why do you think billionaires often feel the most loneliest? Because people use them more. People see that they have money and people use them. Why do you think the most poor people are often the most happiest? Why do you think poor homeless people especially, why do you think they have the most wisest words? Because they know that having money isn't everything, man. It's either a billionaire or have good friends. You can't have both. You can't have it both ways because people will use you. You live in a world where you can't even be kind because people will take advantage of you. Don't take my word for any of this. Go out and experience the world yourself if you don't think I'm telling the truth. Because I happen to believe that personally I have personally been out there and used by multiple people. I was used by Doug, Bladen, Foxy, and then I was used by Ethan. That's a more recent example. And then, off camera, I was used by people off camera that you guys have never probably met. But then not only that, I was used, like I said, I told you an example. People used people used me for my gum, and people only talked to me. I'm like, hey. They only talked to me. They only called me a friend when I was giving them gum. But when I stopped bringing gum to school, just all of a sudden, guess what happened? They stopped talking to me. When I cut the gum, when the gum stopped coming, they stopped talking. Explain to me how that. Explain to me if that's not using. I don't know what is. Because honestly, I don't fall for that stupid sweet talk. I've been used so many times. I know the signs. I know the signs. I'm honestly I'm honestly convinced that you should just stick to yourself. Things are much easier by yourself. And if you feel lonely, well, that's just a part of it, dude. I feel lonely a lot. I feel lonely a lot in school. Guess what? Guess what? That's just a part. That's just a part of being a good person. Good people are often the most loneliest because people think they're weird. People think good people are weird. That's why. That's why people often get criticized for doing the right thing, like Charlie Kirk, for an example. He was shot for preaching the right message. So, again, man, people hate for doing the right thing. And I'm telling you right now, man, there ain't nobody in this cruel world that's gonna care about you. That's why you have to care about yourself. That's why the only real person you're gonna have is yourself. And again, man, and again, I gave you guys plenty of real examples. And honestly, if you guys still don't believe me, I advise you to get out and touch grass. Because if you haven't been hurt by somebody, you clearly never talked to anybody. Just gonna be honest right there, that and honestly, that hurt people garbage. I mean, it may not be. I'm not saying it's a lie, but it doesn't excuse our actions, nor should we excuse disrespectful behavior because hurt people. Because honestly, anyways, guys, trust me. If if you do find a good friend, be sure to cherish that friendship because that's extremely rare, very rare. And by the way, and and honestly, ain't nobody be talking to their high school. Nobody be talking to their high school friends anyway. Because right after you graduate, your friends are just gonna pretend like they don't even stinking know you. And I'm already feeling that right now. Man. people that have gone to previous schools, they don't even reach out that much. They're gonna reach out to me. Let's reach out first. And sometimes people pretend like they don't even know me, man. And we're sticking went to school together. And it's like, I'm sorry, what? And it's like, how? My grandparents want me to have friends, but I'm like, I don't want to have friends. If this is what people are going to do to me, then explain to me, man. I'm all for trying people. Mm-hmm. But every single time, people prove to me that they cannot be reliable. Because if you are saying that you're a good friend, that you'll always stay, and that you'll always be here, and you're always going to be there for me, blah, blah, blah. If you say that, your actions better reflect that, because actions speak way louder than words. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button, guys, so post notifications. You're notified every time I post. If you like the video, subscribe. Peace.